everyone, in this video what we're going to do is we're going to work on problem number 3 out of the book on the chapter If Again, doing conditional proofs. Let's get into it.
Alright, let's start with 3a. So I went ahead and got, here's our premise up here, A arrow B. It's our one and only assumption. We're solving for this thing. We got A arrow A dot B. That's what we want to get. Okay, so first of all, do we have any arrows? And here's our cheat sheet of our 4 moves that we've got that we need to try out in this order. So you can actually do this in different orders. This order here will always get to you the most efficient results. In fact, later on, as we start adding more and more moves to our list of things to do, I'm going to have a recommended order for you to do it. If you do the recommended order, you'll always get the most efficient results. If you go out of order, you will find yourself in situations where you're doing things that take longer. Kind of like, instead of making a left turn at a block, maybe you could make 4 right turns and end up in the same situation. Like, you could end up at the same destination, but that's the long way to do it. This way is always the most efficient way to do it. Let's see, do we have an arrow here? We do? Not in parentheses. Do we have a left side match though? No. Any dots that we can break apart? No. Anything that we can put together with a dot? That we should. Neither is there something to put together, nor can we. Okay, nor should we. There we go. So then we move on to this one. Arrow in. Is our goal an arrow? Yes, it is. Which means we're going to PA the left side, and we're going to try and get the right side. We do that, we can stick that arrow in there. Let's begin our side quest. Say here in line 2, we're going to stick the A up there as a provisional assumption. Provisional assumption for getting A dot B. Okay, do that, the whole thing will unravel. Okay, so now do we have an arrow out? Yep, we got a left side match, which means we get B, arrow out, on D. Do we have an arrow out? Nope, we already did that. Do we have any dots that we can break apart? Nope, there were none. Do we have anything we should build? Well, look, we've got A, we want to get A dot B. So this is, again, one of those situations where I said 99% of the time, if you're trying to get a dot, you're probably going to build it with the pieces, with an and in. Do you have the pieces to build this? There they are. Build it. A dot B and in 2 and 3. And look, side quest complete. We did it. We provisionally assumed the left, we got the right, so now we zoom out and we just say that's what we did. You get this thing, or you provisionally assume this, then you will eventually get A dot B. But how? With the power of arrow in. Where did it start here? We provisionally assumed the left side of the arrow in line 2, and we were able to get the right side of the arrow by line 4. This one's now done. Alright, here's 3b. We've got C arrow D, C arrow E. Those are our only assumptions. And we want to get C arrow D and E. Let's see if we can do that. So first of all, can we do any arrow outs? Do we have any arrows not in parentheses? We do have arrows not in parentheses, 2 of them. We don't have a left side match anywhere. Okay, do we have any dots that we can break apart? Nope. Do we have anything that we can and should build with an and in? We've got stuff we can build, we have nothing that we should build. Okay, we end up getting like C arrow D and C arrow E. Well, it's close. No. Can't you just smush these together into this? No. No. So, what do we do? We see, is our goal an arrow? It sure is. So what do we do? Provisionally assume the left side. Solve for get the right side of our goal. So we're going to start our side quest here by zooming in. Line 3. I'm going to provisionally assume that left side. So I'm going to say, hey, let's provisionally assume that. And let's try and get D dot E. Okay, so that's the mission. Get this right now. Get D dot E. Okay. So now with this C here, can we do an arrow out? In fact, we can do 2. Does it matter which one I do first? No. So I like to do them in the order that they come, so I'm going to start here first. So it's the left side match for this, and it's the left side match for this. And remember, the lines when we use them, they have infinite uses. Okay, so they don't run out. So just because we use it once doesn't mean, oh, well, we use it, we can't use it again. Infinite uses. So here, left side match, we get D. That's arrow out. The arrow that we used here is line 1, and the left side match is in line 3. Now we also get a left side match here with line 2, and that gets us E. Okay, also arrow out. This time not 1 and 3, but 2 and 3. Okay, now Can I do any more arrow outs? Mm-mm. Can I slice apart any dots? No. Can I build anything with some dots? Take a look. We're trying to get D dot E. And it's another one of those times where I said most of the time, if you're trying to get a dot, you're probably going to build it with the pieces. There are the pieces. Put it together. D dot E. And in. 4 and 5. Okay. So side quest complete. We did it. We provisionally assumed this. We got it. So then we zoom out. And we just say, yep, that's a thing. If you start with this, you will get this. And that's a little move called arrow in. Okay. This started for us in line 3. We were done by line 6. This one's done. Let's take a look now at 3C. So here's the situation. We've got this. F arrow G arrow H. Parentheses around the G arrow H. Want to get G and F, all that. If all that, then H. Okay, so let's start with what we've got in terms of assumptions. Arrows not in parentheses, only one. This one. Do we have a left side match? Nope. Any dots to slice apart? Nope. Anything to build? Can't. So then, is our goal an arrow? Yes. So what are we going to do? What we've been doing. We're going to provisionally assume the left side here. And then we're going to try and get this H thing. That's the mission. So let's start that side quest. So I'm going to say here in line 2, hey, we get G.F as a provisional assumption. Okay, it's freed from its parentheses when we do that, and we're on a quest now to get just H. We do that, the whole thing's going to unlock. Okay, now with this G.F here, do I have a left side match? Nope. Do I have any dots that are here that are new that I can slice in half? Yep, this is new. So slice it. That gets me two things. G, F. Both of these are the result of an and out on line 2. We just slice that thing right in half. Okay, now do we have any left side matches? Yeah, look at line 1. That left side is F. Now we got an F. What does that do? That's going to unlock the right side and free it from its parentheses. So I'm able to say in line 5, oh, we get G arrow H now. That's arrow out. Where was the arrow that I used? Line 1. Where was its left side match? Line 4. Cool. So now I got G arrow H. Oh, that's a new arrow. Let me go ahead and mark that. Do I have any new left side matches though? Left side of this is G. Do I have a left side match? Right there. This enables me to unlock the right side, which is H, and I get that via arrow out. The arrow that I used was in line 5. The left side match was in line 3. And look, I set out what I intended to do. I said I was going to start by provisionally assuming, just pretending. If we get G and F, will it lead us to H? Yep, it sure does. There it is. So now I can say side quest complete. Now I zoom out now, and I say line 7. Yeah, if you start with this, then it will lead to this. And that can be proven with an arrow in. Arrow in this case, it started in line 2, because that's where we provisionally assumed the left, and it ended in line 6, because that's where we got the right. Okay, let's take a look at 3D. We got G.F, arrow H, and we're after F arrow G arrow H. Let's give it a shot. So first of all, arrow's not in parentheses. Yes, we have one. Do we have a left side match? G.F? No. Do we have any dots not in parentheses that we can break apart? We do have dots here in line 1. Can we break them apart? No, because they're in parentheses. Do we have anything that we can build? No, because we've only got one item. So that leads it to the arrow in move. Is my goal an arrow? Yup. So what am I going to do? I'm going to provisionally assume the left side, and I'm going to try and get the right side. That's the plan. So let's start the side quest. Line 2, we're going to provisionally assume F, and the mission is get G arrow H. So this one, is this a left side match? No. Any dots that I can break apart? No. Anything that I can build? Yes. Should I build? No. So in this situation, again, what you do, look and see, before you start getting frustrated, is my goal right now. My goal right now is G arrow H. Is it an arrow? Yeah. So in this situation, we're going to start a new side quest. Provisionally assume this. Get this. Okay, because our goal at the moment is also an arrow, so we're going to do the same kind of stuff. That's a new side quest. Let's zoom into this. Line 3, we're going to go, okay, if we have G as a provisional assumption, then will that get us H? So that's the mission. And this is one of those, since it's a side quest inside a side quest inside a main quest, once you get the H, the whole rest of the thing falls down like dominoes. It's good to go. Let's see if we can do it. So, do we have an arrow out now? No. Hopefully you can see that we do have the pieces to build it. Any dots we can slice apart? No. Is there an and in we should do? I was already hinting at that. Look, so the left side of this arrow is G.F. Do I have the pieces to build it? Yes, I do. So let's go ahead and build it. G.F. That's and in, 3 and 2. Why 3 and 2? Because that's where the pieces came from. G came from 3, F came from 2. Now can I do an arrow out? Yep. This is the left side match this, which means it's going to unlock the H. Arrow out, 1 and 4. Now remember what I said. I said once we get H, the whole rest of the thing is just going to boom, boom, boom. Like dominoes tumbling. It's all going to fit together immediately. So watch this. We said if we provisionally assume G, we're going to get H. Mission complete, which means we zoom out and say that that happened. Okay, we started with G, we got H. Okay, how? We stuck an arrow in there. We started in line 3, mission accomplished, line 5. And that zoomed us out. Then remember, we also said earlier we're going to provisionally assume F, and then we're going to see if we can get G arrow H. We just got it. So look, this side quest is complete. Okay, as a result, which means we can zoom out here and say finally, yeah, if you start with F, then you will totally get G arrow H. Yep, you can totally stick an arrow in there. Where did we start in our quest? We started by provisionally assuming the left side in line 2. And where did we get the right side? Line 6. And now take a look. The problem is done. Side quest, inside a side quest, inside a main quest. But again, when we got stuck, it was just a matter of, in that situation, do what you're supposed to. Is our goal an arrow? Provisionally assume the left, get the right. We did that here. That got us out. We started to do that here, and that, bam, that solved the problem.
So that was working on the problem number 3 variants out of the book. What we're going to do in the next video is take a look at the subsequent problems. See you next time.